Hey, Faith Church friends and family. I know many of you have been wondering, and as with all of us, definitely praying, as we are trying to navigate some pretty uncharted territory for the church and even our nation. And so first, I just want to say thank you for those of you that have been praying, sending encouraging messages to your friends. Man, that's what it's all about. You know, we're in a place now where our governor recently sent out an executive order making all gatherings be 50 people or fewer. And the CDC has recommended that go on for an 8-week period of time. Now, I'm not sure how long, but I do know this, that as a community and as a church, even in our school systems, everybody's having to pivot a little bit, and we are as well. I want to encourage you with some scripture before I get into some important updates and movement that we're making as a church. Hebrews 10 says this: "Let us draw near to God with a sincere heart and having full assurance that faith brings us. Let us hold unswervingly to the hope that we profess, for he who promised is faithful. And let us then consider, how can we encourage one another on towards good deeds and love, not giving up gathering together, as some might be in the habit of doing. But we do not belong to those who shrink back and are destroyed, but to those who have faith and that are saved. Now, faith is the confidence in what we hope for and the assurance about what we do not see." Here's the reality. As a church, we refuse to shrink back from the mission that God has us on. We refuse to shrivel up our hope, but rather to expand our faith and continue to bring faith to life. Well, how our mission is unchanged, our methods, we're going to change them up a little bit. We've got a 3-phased plan to help us navigate during this season as a church. And the biggest shift that we're making is similar to what we did this past Sunday, where we're moving our service to an online gathering only. We're not going to be publicly gathering in large numbers, but instead making a shift to broadcast a full worship experience and message live online each Sunday at 9:30 and a rebroadcast at 11. We have a 3-part approach that we're going to be employing here in the short term that our staff and board have kind of spoken into, that we believe is an opportunity ahead of us to seize and to move forward for the time being. The first part of that is relating to our Connect groups. We want to continue to meet in our Connect groups. Our groups are designed to provide caring relationships for one another. And so if you're a part of a Connect group, we want to encourage you to keep meeting. You might have to get creative and doing it digitally or via text message or video chat, or maybe even able to meet in person. But we want our groups to keep meeting and building and encouraging relationships. And more than anything, praying and caring for one another in practical ways. The second approach or part of our plan is to develop a short-term serve team that we're calling a care and response team. And this is a group of people who indicate that they're willing to be on standby and stand ready to meet practical and personal needs of people maybe in our church, maybe in our community, as the needs arise and we become aware of them. We want to meet needs practically and personally any way that we can. Finally, it's our third part of this approach is Church Online. We're launching a brand new online platform called Church Online starting this Sunday. You'll be able to access the live stream of our broadcast right from our central hub. It'll be a single place where you can go to find it. You don't have to try to search Facebook or YouTube for it. It'll be right there on our central hub for you to find and you to be a part. I'm asking for every person in our church to commit to each week engage in the worship and to watch the sermon online, to be a part of Church Online. It's an innovative way for us to pray and to care and to minister to one another. And we've been live streaming our services for several months, and this is just the next step forward for us as a church. there's another way that you can participate in church online. And we're creating another short-term serve team opportunity for you to maybe open your home to host a watch party. Every week when we broadcast out the service, you may indicate, I want to host a watch party. You might gather with 2, 3 of your friends, maybe another family or 2, somewhere between 10 to 15 people at most, getting together in a home to worship and watch the service broadcast together. Maybe pray together. We've got an entire area on our website designed to help you do that well, and information and tips on how you can do that. And so if you would maybe be interested in hosting a watch party, head to our central hub, click on the watch party card or the links listed below in this post, and you can begin to sign up to be a host for a watch party as we find innovative ways to keep gathering, to keep encouraging, and to still be the church as we kind of pivot our methods in this interim season as a church. I really believe that church was built for these moments. I believe our mission remains steady and strong, that we're going to bring faith to life any way we can. And I look forward to you participating. I'm asking you to continue supporting, continuing to pray, move to giving online so that we can continue to provide these opportunities and resources, and we'll be able to meet needs as they may arise in our community. And I believe that God is in the midst, working good things, bringing them about in you and in me. Why do you believe that, Pastor? Well, just this past week, while we were broadcasting, we had over 107 unique households tuning in to watch our online stream. In fact, somebody found it for the first time, and they mentioned we got a story back this week where they said it was the first, they were totally meant to watch it. And they were blown away by the sense of God's presence that they felt as they gathered with some of their friends in their home. And I believe that that's just the beginning of what God is going to do in other people's hearts. You know, last week, so many churches across the nation moved to this church online platform. And globally, the church, or those that tuned in on church online, we got a report that over 15,800 people said yes to Jesus last Sunday alone as they watched church services all across the world through the internet. I believe that the field is still ripe, that the harvest is ready. And it's up to you and I to stand ready, to stay full of hope, and to deal Jesus to people who need it. We're going to bring faith to life. So let's bring it. We love you.